Hi guys, it's me Dinithi. This is the 17th video of the series of designing an e-commerce web application, and today let's go through the product activation and deactivation process. So here's my seller store page. This is the product card, and today we'll be focusing on this part of the card. So my product is currently active. Once I click the switch, it will be deactivated. Yep, I got an alert saying product deactivated. Okay, and this text also changed. Previously it was make your product deactivate, and now it's make your product active. So I'll click on this again. Product activated. Okay, now it's active once again. So that's how this process works. Now let's get into my code. This is the product card. So I discussed what this selected data is in my previous video. It's basically the details of one product. So here I am displaying the product images. Here's the title, then the price, available quantity, and then comes the talk of the day, product activation and deactivation. I created a switch to activate and deactivate products. So first I'm checking whether this status ID is true or not. So here's my status table. There's only two records, activated and deactivated. One means activated and two means deactivated. Moving back to the code over here. So if my status ID equals to 2, which means it's deactivated, then I used this checked attribute to check the switch while calling for this change status ID function on click, and the ID here is the product ID. So here's my change status ID function. First I created a new variable called product ID and assigned this ID value to it. There was no need to use getElementById function since ID is already there in our function parameters. After creating variables, I created a new XML HTTP request. I didn't create a form because I'm not using post method. Since I'm using get method, I binded what I'm sending, which is the product ID, to the URL. Moving on to change status process.php. First I linked my database. Then I created a variable for the product ID I got using get method. And here I searched for the products that has the product ID I got using get method and assigned it to this product rs variable. Then I got the number of rows of the result set and assigned it to this product num variable. If the product ID is correct, and then the product num can only be 1 since product ID is unique for each product. So if the product num equals to 1, then this whole thing will happen, else it will send the response text as something went wrong, please try again later. So if it's 1, which means yes, there is a product, I fetched that row and assign it to this product data variable, and I separately assign the status ID of the so-called product to this status variable. And if the status equals to 1, which means the product is active, I updated the status ID of our product to be 2 and echoed deactivated. And if the status ID of our product equals to 2, then I updated it to be 1. Moving back to my script over here. So if I get the response text as deactivated, I sent an alert saying product deactivated successfully and then reloaded the window. And if I get the response text as activated, Then I sent an alert saying product activated successfully and reloaded the window. Else I send the response text as the alert. Moving back to my products.php. So this whole switch thing is done. And now comes the label that says make your product active or reactive. So if the status ID is 2, which means the product is currently deactive, it will show us this make your product active text inside the label. Else it will show make your product deactive. So that's pretty much it for this video. In this video, we discussed about the product activation and deactivation. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you all again. Goodbye.